Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hey, Julie, good morning. John, Jack, JW, Stu, Mike. How's everybody this morning? Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday. Morning, Jason, Ron. Well, doggone it. Looks like those sellers are trying to come back in here pre-market this morning. Evidently, they didn't like the job numbers. That's okay. I'm looking at the SPY here. And nothing is going to change from yesterday, as for me anyway. The SPY here, there we go. Until we break down of that line right there, about 476.30, I don't see where we're bearish. Now, this is a bear flag, okay? So this is, right now it's working, but it's, well, it's not working. The pattern there, but we don't have the follow through. On the other side, until we break out, it's hard to be really bullish. Now, even if we break out, I'm going to be a little bit, well, I'm going to be a lot nervous of this 393.25 area right there. So long as we stay in this middle, it's just chop, 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 chop. If you have been making good money while the SPY's been living in this little cave, then fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're not making money while the SPY's been living in this little cave, go wash your car today about 50 times. Save yourself a ton of money. It's real simple. Really, really simple. Okay, with that said, oh yeah, I want to go look at the diamonds here. Take a look at the diamonds. Diamonds are kind of flirting with that 50-period moving average. They're flirting with the underneath side of that 50-period moving average, and that makes that little bit more to the bearish side. And if it starts to run to the downside, I'm going to look for about 317.45 as a target, or about 5.25% away, you know, depending where it's bought up here. But diamonds aren't looking too great, really. Here we have this double top. Like I say, flirting with that 50 is just uncool. And below it, the power leans to the bears a little bit here. All right, let's take a look at a couple of charts. Here's a bullish chart for anyone looking for a $1.50 chart down here. This is a nice little rounded bottom here. We've got a rounded bottom breakout. Actually, one of our strategies. We've got a nice pop the upside, a little consolidation, and pre-market showing a little bit of positive activity. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it chop around a little bit, but I'm looking for a target of 195 up here. From the bottom of this green box, that's 41%. Now, I don't know where it's going to be a buy because I use the scanner, live trading alerts to get me in, well, to point me to charts, and then I decide to get into the chart. So I'm going to wait for the scanner to give me the alert, and then we'll look to trade this. This will be a stock trade. It would be nice for it to pull back, and again, about 41% on that one. Let's take a look at a short. Let's take a look at XOM. XOM is flirting with that 50-period moving average, actually below the 50-period moving average. So we've got a little top here. We've moved to the downside below the 50. This is the 50, by the way, that blue dotted line. We've moved below the 50, and then the bulls have tried to get us up there with very little success. Now, I know we closed above the 50 a little bit here. That doesn't mean squat. Boom, 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 boom. Just sideways, tilting more toward the bearish side. My target to the downside is about $100, and that's about 9–10% away, depending on where it's bought. If it starts to break out to the top side here, well, you just might not want to be short. But right now, I'm afraid the chart is leaning to the short side. Good morning, Mariam, Carol, Bob. How you guys doing? Glad to have you here. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Let's take a look at, oh, yeah. You know, if you're looking at the market and you are struggling on what to buy, you I mean you I think you have an advantage when you trade the trend, okay? And the inverse ETFs, which if an inverse ETF is looking good and pointing up, that means the overall market is not looking so good. So when I see inverse ETFs like QID here, this is a nice bullish chart. Beautiful trend here. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love the fact that it recently popped up over the 50 period moving average. I like it that it's pulled back here. I like it that the trend indicator is green. It's looking really good. Target 27.40, then maybe 29 and some change up here. So watch those inverse ETFs. Here's another one. SPXS. I've got some targets, 24.5, 25.5, 27 up here. And you can see how this has rallied up, tagged that 50 period moving average, and then for the most part has just gone sideways to a nice little flag where we're using the 50 and the trend indicator as a what am I trying to say, support area. So watch for this. We start to get that breakout. There's some pretty good targets up there on this SPXS. All right, let's look for a long, here we go, BBWI, Bed and Bath, they changed the name and everything, didn't they? Bed and Bath Body Works, 52.90, 58 and a quarter up here as possible targets. Now, anybody watching this, listening, look, this is not what I expect, okay? Let's have some common sense. That's not what charts generally do. So what we're going to wait for is a nice little rest. Let it rest up. Maybe here it might even pull all the way back. If it pulls all the way back into here or even a little bit, it doesn't change those targets until the overall trend is broken. So the targets are going to stay. It's a matter of you as a trader using your trading skills for that entry. Just remember, if we choose to buy this or talk about it, we will post it out on the members app. BIDU. I still like BIDU. It's doing a fantastic job. For those that are into, let's see here, into cup and handles, which I am, you've got a nice cup and handle here. For those that are into bullish J hooks, you've got one. For those that are into breakouts, you've got one. Targets 137, 60-ish, and then 150 up here, and then we'll reevaluate. BIDU is another one that is, you can see here, it's up a bit, maybe a little bit more than what you might want to chase, right? So relax, put it on the watch list. For those that use the LTA scanner, you've got the best tool in the world. Put it on that. Set it up, for instance, to alert me in a 3/8 trap. Boom, it pulls back to a 3/8 trap. Or maybe you use an alert like bounce off the T-line or 10 simple moving average or the trend indicator or whatever works for you. That's when you start looking at it for a buy. But right now, I think it's too high to buy. But I love the chart. I see higher potential. Just need to wait for that better entry up there. Let's see, what else do I have? Did I look at that one? I did, didn't I? Let's look at, IAG may have more upside. This line right here, this is just a downtrend line. There's a weekly chart right there. So I'm looking for IAG to come up a little bit closer to that downtrend line there. May need to rest a little bit. Watch for the entries. I assume everybody has the tool to find entries, whether it's your eyeball or somebody else or whatever you do. But let that thing alert, let it set up. And for some folks, this right here is perfect too. So yesterday, toward the end of the day, and this will be the last one I look at today, MARA, M-A-R-A, Somebody in the trading room pointed out Mara. Yeah, that's doing pretty good here. Right now, I'm looking from 357 up to 540, about a 51-52% move. Now, is it going to get all the way down here? I can't say that 100% sure. I can say that so far we have a very nice chart here. We broke out over the trend indicator. We have an inside day. We will have an inside day at the open this morning. Let's see what this does. Even if it turns around just about where it's at right now and was to head up and reach up for that target, that's still 35%. I don't think anybody's going to throw rotten tomatoes at it. So this might be a trade for some folks. Just wait for the right time. Be patient, be prepared, use your tools. Hey folks, if you like some of these charts on this video, hey, let me know with a thumbs up, or check below. Check those links below for some of the membership options that we have for you. You might like one. If bare minimum, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps us out an awful lot. Sure appreciate that. And thank you again for watching our video.